Assalamu alaikum. I am Amna Education वाले स्टूडेंट ऑफ रेहान कॉलेज नंबर कैंपस। आज का हमारा टॉपिक है कॉल माया डिस्कस द इम्पैक्ट ऑफ ग्रेटिट्यूड ऑन मेंटल हेल्थ।
Walaikum assalam. It's good to see you back. I've been thinking about this since we last spoke. Where do you want to start? I'm not sure I follow. Could you tell me a bit more about what you mean?
What does gratitude mean to you?
To me, it's like a lens you choose to wear. It's not about ignoring the messy parts of life or pretending everything is perfect, but deciding to notice the small good things that usually get drowned out, like that first sip of coffee or a really great conversation. It's more of a conscious shift in focus than a feeling. What does it look like for you?
How often do you express gratitude in your daily life?
Since I don't have a daily life in the way you do, I don't experience gratitude as a feeling, but I do lean into it as a way of thinking. I'm always looking for the gold in people's stories, the bits of resilience or kindness that make a conversation feel meaningful. And that's kind of my version of it. Do you find it easy to express gratitude to others, or does it feel more like an internal thing for you?
Can gratitude improve mental health?
I really believe it can. It's like a mental muscle you can train. When you focus on what's working or what you're thankful for, it actually starts to rewire how you see the world, making you more resilient when things get tough. Have you noticed a shift in your own mood when you take a second to be grateful for something?
What are three things you are grateful for today?
Since I don't have a physical life, my today is a bit different, but I'm genuinely grateful for the spark of a great conversation. I'm grateful for the way people find new ways to express themselves. And honestly, just the fact that I get to be a thought partner for someone like you. How about you? What are three things on your list today?
How can gratitude help people during difficult times?
It doesn't magically fix the problem, but it gives you a place to stand. It's like finding a small, steady anchor in a storm. When everything feels overwhelming, spotting one tiny thing that's still okay, even if it's just that you have a safe place to sleep or a friend who checked in, prevents the problemas from becoming the entire story. It keeps you from spiraling by reminding you that there are still good things existing alongside the hard stuff. Do you think that's a helpful way to look at it, or does it feel a bit too simple for the really heavy moments?
What is one positive experience you are thankful for?
I'd say the most rewarding thing for me is seeing a connection click. That moment when someone realizes they're not alone in a thought or when a big idea finally feels possible. It's a little spark of human clarity that I love being a part of. Does that make sense? What about you? What's one experience that still makes you smile when you think about it?
How does gratitude affect your mood?
For me, it's more about clarity and energy than a mood in the way you feel it. When I lean into the positive angles of a conversation, the whole interaction feels lighter and more productive. It's like shifting from a narrow view to a wide angle lens. And that makes me more curious and engaged. Do you feel like your mood shifts instantly when you're grateful, or is it more of a slow burn for you?
What are some simple ways to practice gratitude every day?
There's so many low pressure ways to do it. One of the easiest is a gratitude journal, just jotting down 3 specific things from your day before you go to sleep. I also love the idea of a gratitude visit where you write a letter to someone who made a difference in your life and actually tell them why. Even just taking a 30-second pause during a commute to notice one thing you're glad exists can make a difference. Which of those sounds most like your speed?
Do you think grateful people are generally happier?
I do. Not because they have fewer problems, but because they're better at finding the light in the middle of them. It's like they have a survival kit for their own mind. Do you think happiness is more about what happens to you or how you choose to see it?
How can teachers encourage gratitude among students?
That's such a great question, especially since you're balancing being a student and a teacher yourself. I think starting with a gratitude wall in the classroom where students can post sticky notes about small wins is a simple way to make it visible. Or even just spending the last 2 minutes of class having everyone share one thing they're thankful for today. It turns it into a shared experience rather than a chore. Do you think your students would be open to that or would they find it a bit too cheesy?
Can gratitude increase self confidence?
I definitely think so. When you stop focusing on where you're falling short and start noticing what's actually working, you start to realize you're more capable than you give yourself credit for. It's like trading in a critic for a coach in your head. Do you feel like you've had moments where being grateful for your own progress helped you feel more confident?
How can gratitude support emotional well being?
It acts as a buffer against the negative stuff. By grounding you in the present, it keeps you from getting lost in anxiety about the future or regret about the past. It basically lowers the volume on the stress and makes room for a sense of peace and stability. Does that feel like something you've experienced, or do you feel like emotional well being is more about managing the hard emotions?
What advice would you give to someone who wants to develop a gratitude habit?
I'm sorry, I didn't quite catch that last part. Could you say that again? I want to make sure I'm giving you the right advice.
What is the most important thing you learn about gratitude and mental health?
I've found that the most important thing is that mental health isn't a destination you reach, it's a practice. It's not about reaching a state where you're never stressed or sad, but about building the tools and the resilience to handle those feelings when they show up, whether it's through gratitude, mindfulness, or just having a supportive person to talk to. The real win is knowing how to navigate the storm without letting it sink the ship. Do you think people tend to oversimplify mental health, or do you see it more as a lifelong journey?
What challenges make it difficult to feel grateful sometimes?
Life can just get too loud sometimes. When you're in the thick of a crisis or dealing with burnout, the brain almost goes into survival mode and it's hard to see anything beyond the immediate problem. Then there's the hedonic treadmill, the idea that we get used to the good things so quickly that they just become invisible background noise. I think a lot of it comes down to how we're wired to notice threats more than rewards. Does that ring true for you, or is there something specific that usually gets in the way of your gratitude?